Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Us being me and the computer, I guess. I'm in stay-at-home mode at the moment. As there is me, myself, and I suppose. minutes, didn't it? Dancing is not one of my strong suits. So it looks like all systems are go. Hope you can hear our audio. I was on a Zoom meeting last night with our homeowners association, and we had one lady that never could figure out how to get her audio up on her end. So, and then we found out that the management company had sent out the wrong link to another HOA, and she wasn't even supposed to be there at all. So audio is important. Knowing how to control audio on your computer is important too. So we got about 4 minutes, and then we will be on the road again. Reminds me of being in Mission Bay in San Diego at an RV park, and at 5 in the morning you heard this air horn playing Willie Nelson's Just the Melody on the road again as this big coach pulled out. His way of saying goodbye to all his fellow campers, I guess. So in tribute to that momentous occasion, when I start on a road trip with somebody, I always feel compelled to sing as best I can on the road again. So, I see what happened. I forgot to tell the music to loop. So today, a little behind the scenes, I was producing this on the normal computer that I use for GoFor Lunch every Tuesday at noon. And my time machine is connected to a network-attached storage device called a Drobo. Well, because it goes over the network, it's not as fast as a directly attached storage device, which most all of you will have. So I switched machines so that this demo would work without a bunch of time lag, waiting for the network attached storage, also known as NAS, NAS, network attached storage, to catch up. So it's a good way to do time machine backups when time is not of the essence, like in the early morning hours when my time machine runs. So, looks like a nice day out there. I'm in Studio B. Normally we're in Studio A, but we're in Studio B. And if anybody can figure out what Studio B is, I don't have a prize right now, but we'll figure out something. So hello, Tucson Mac Group. Welcome to the broadcast. I think this is the first time you are here. Nice logo. And who are you? What's your name, Tucson Mac Group? So there must be another YouTube channel here that I don't know about, because I've never heard of Tucson. I've heard of T-Mug, of course, Tucson Macintosh Users Group. So who is the name behind that? Okay, thank you. So good. Yeah, no, I knew that. Oh, look, here we are. We're live. Thank you for joining us. This is Go for Lunch number 10. Can you believe we've done this 10 times? And we're going to keep doing it every Tuesday, high noon, Mountain Standard Time. So thanks for joining us. In case you are just joining for the first time, my name is Roger Harmon. I'm with GoFor Technology, where we help you master the technology at your house. And we do that by coming to your house. Even in these quarantine times, we'll talk about more how we do that a little bit later. A couple little housekeeping things. Please feel free to ask questions, but don't be offended if I don't answer your questions right away. I want to go through a topic, and then I'll pause and we'll do questions. If you want to put a Q, something like that, in front of those questions, that'll make it easier to separate the questions from the comments. So, okay, Carolyn, we got to take this one right now. So Carolyn is here with an open brain, so that is good. Glad to hear that. It's a good idea for everybody, and we're going to fill that brain. All your brains are going to be filled today with information. News you can use. Now, there are no stupid questions, so let's talk about that for just a second. There are no stupid questions. Plus, bonus, when you ask a question, you are not only getting an answer for you, but you're helping the other people here that may not have thought of that question, or they thought of the question, meant they didn't ask it. So we will try to learn 5 new things, as is the saying on Mac Geek Gab. But that's a whole different story. So that said, we're going to start by following up on last week's Go for Lunch, where we talked about protecting the old eyeballs from too much blue light on the old computer screens and the other device screens that you are constantly looking at, especially in this stay-at-home time. So first, a little, unfortunately, we're not being sponsored here by these guys, but my eye doctor recommended Refresh lubricated eye drops. So they comes in a box with 100 vials. The vials look like this. So you twist off this little cap here. So each one is sanitary and gives you just enough for both eyes. And my eye doctor said that I should do this 3 times a day. She recommended like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But the bonus here is that these are on sale right now at your local Costco until the 26th of July. So if you don't have some of these or something similar, these are organic, so there's no preservatives in them, and they are safe to use as often as needed. So your eyes can feel good anytime, anywhere. Gee, I should have been in advertising. So that's part 1 of our recap. Part 2 is blue blocking glasses. Now, I talked about it, but did I show them to you? No, I didn't. So let's start with some inexpensive blue blocking glasses. They look exactly like this. Okay, so these, as you can tell, are safety glasses, but they have the bonus of blocking that blue light that can keep you from having a good sleep. So these are made by a company you may have heard of if you've ever dealt with safety glasses, Uvex, which I see now is a Honeywell company. So we all know Honeywell, good company, been around for years, so is Uvex. And so these are nice glasses. So another bonus here, when you're wearing your mask, you see the people with face shields. So this is what I could look like when I come to your house to help you with one-on-one training. Then you wear your safety blue blocking glasses, and you can't touch your eyes. You see, you just can't do it. So two uses: block the blue and keep you from touching your eyes. So if you want to go up in the world a little bit, these are what the professional gamers wear. Can you believe that electronic gaming is a professional sport now? Incredible. So these are made by a German company called Gunnar. I believe I'm pronouncing that properly. And so they're a little nicer. The lenses are glass. Well, maybe not. Could be glass. I'm not sure. They're a little more stylish. And of course, the UVEX costs about $10 or less on Amazon. I haven't priced them actually at Home Depot and Lowe's, but I imagine they're there. But on Amazon, I think they're actually $8.95 or something. So very inexpensive. They do the job. And of course, you can use them when you're using power tools and other things. So multi-purpose. These run about in the $50 range. They're made out of metal, so they're pretty sturdy. And then, of course, the third option for blue blocking glasses are your prescription glasses. So if you haven't already, you can have your optometrist put the blue coating on that again blocks that blue light coming from the screen. And then also, if you don't have computer glasses, you might think about that. So when you ask for computer glasses, you want to tell the optometrist the distance between your eyes and the screen. So if you're on a big, like a 27-inch iMac, maybe you're going to be further away. If you're on a laptop, you're going to be closer. So let them know what that is. So that's my my follow-up to the vision episode last week. So any questions about blue blocking glasses, eye care? And of course, you should take a break. We talked about the 20-20-20, where you, every 20 minutes, you focus 20 feet away for 20 seconds to give your eyes a break. So they're not getting that eye strain of being constantly, staring at the same distance. So not good for your eyes. Okay, then, let's talk about Time Machine. Now, as I mentioned in the Gopher Gazette, and if you'd like to get a subscription to the Gopher Gazette, that's easy. You can use the email or phone number you'll see at the end. You can leave a comment, and we will certainly add you to the mailing list. And that will have the links to our YouTube channel where all these Gopher Lunch episodes are archived. So you can go back and watch it and pick up any thing that you may have missed. So now, Time Machine is software that's built into every Macintosh for the last, decade or so. And it automatically backs up your computer. It either does it every hour or it can be set by using a free utility, which we're not going to get into today, that lets you set a time like once a day, which is what I usually do for my clients. And that way you don't have as much wear and tear on your backup drive, which has to be a dedicated external backup drive dedicated to Time Machine. So let's look at how we do that. So first of all, in your menu bar, if I've been to your house, you will see a circle with an arrow in the circle, and in the center you'll see clock hands, the big hand and the little hand. So that's your Time Machine icon, and then probably on your desktop you will see that same icon on a hard drive, which is your dedicated Time Machine backup drive. So if that's not there, you can go to your Time Machine preferences at the bottom of that window, you'll see a little checkbox. And you check that, and that icon will appear as if by magic. So let's actually do this. So the reason I used that screenshot was because my Ecamm software doesn't seem to want to show the menu bar. So here you see my notes, so you can see that I actually prepare, which is a good thing. So we're going to minimize those. So now I am going to that little icon in the menu bar that I just told you about, but you can't see it. And I'm dropping down to Enter Time Machine. So it says Enter Time Machine when the drop-down menu appears. So fasten your seatbelts. Here we go. So now we are in Time Machine. So again, the only way that you know you have a good backup is by testing it, by restoring a file. So on the right-hand side here, you can see, apparently you can't see my cursor. Anyway, on the right-hand edge of the screen, there it goes. It's just a little slow. So here's your timeline. So in my case, I started this particular time machine volume on Sunday, May the 3rd. Yours will probably go back a lot further. So now if I go back to Sunday, May the 3rd, you'll notice that this screenshot is not on my desktop because it hadn't been created yet. Okay, so that's how you do that. So you can go back here any place you want and get files. Now you cannot retrieve files from trash. So you have to know what folder that file was in before you put it in the trash, and that's where you retrieve it from. Okay, but you can retrieve files that have been trashed, but they have to be retrieved from their original source. So you see here on July the 2nd, we only have one thing on our desktop, the screenshot. So to restore that, because it's already highlighted, we click on the restore button, which is right here at the bottom of Time Machine. So Time Machine is going to quit. The desktop is going to appear. Now in this case, because it was still on the desktop, which would not be the case if you were restoring something that you had trashed, you wouldn't have this choice of keeping the original, keeping both, or replace. So let's just say we're going to keep the original. So we restored it, and there is our screenshot right there. So it's that easy. So I would recommend that you do this once a month would probably be a good time to do that. Now let's again review, excuse me, review what we know about hard drives, and that is that the manufacturer of hard drives tell us they don't expect these devices to last more than 3 to 5 years. Just letting that sink in. So here's a hard drive with the cover taken off. So you can tell that this is a highly mechanical device. The platter goes around at either 5,600 revolutions per minute, or higher performance ones are 72 RPM. And then that little arm that you see there is constantly moving back and forth very fast. So a lot of moving parts here, and those moving parts do not last forever. They wear out. So you need to make sure that your time machine drive is at least in that 3 to 5 year window so that you can depend on it. And if it's not, you need to replace it. Now, if you get a solid state drive, it's not as critical, but solid state drives, unfortunately, do have a limited life as well. so they do not last forever. So make sure that you have an up-to-date backup drive for your Time Machine, and if you buy a new computer, you should budget for a new Time Machine external drive to go along with it. It's insurance, as I pointed out in the GoFor Gazette. So let's get back here. If you would like to be notified when we go live, you can subscribe. And that way you'll be notified. Let's see that again. Don't forget, subscribe. Okay. So again, as I mentioned, the links to everything is in the GoFor Tech Gazette, which comes out every Monday morning at 7 o'clock. So you can find that in your mailbox if you have not subscribed. Again, please leave a comment with your address, your email address, and we will make sure you're added to the mailing list, just like Bob did, and Kurt. And okay, so any questions about restoring your Time Machine backup? Very important. Your backup is only as good as its ability to restore files. So kind of two parts. One, back things up. Two, make sure you can get to that backup by doing a test restore on a regular basis. Perhaps once a month is a good time. Okay then, well, thank you for joining us. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email, to call, or to comment. And I will see you next time.